At this morning's ceremony, we renamed the Student Center, and I hope that you noticed as you came in, but if you didn't, I'd like you to take a look as you leave. This is now the Paul J. Holloway Student Center. Mr. Holloway is the retiring chair of the Board of Trustees, and I'm sure you really don't know what the trustees do, but they do a lot for you. They ensure that we have a budget every year. They raise money for us. They advocate for us in the community. They also watch the presidents and make sure we actually do what we're supposed to do. But Mr. Holloway has been with the community college system he was with us for about 13 years. And one of the things that actually brought me to New Hampshire was it's rare in this day and age for a state to be creating a community college system. So he was there in 2009 when the community colleges moved from being a state agency. We were right there with the Department of Public Works and the Department of Transportation, and we're a little different. And he worked with our legislature to create us as a community college system. And one of the things he says, in fact, he said it the very first day I came into the system, and I thought, I wonder if he believes that, but he does. He said the very best work he's done in his life was to help grow the community college system. And the people he most cares about are our students. And so it is only fitting, and he lives in this area, he lives on the seacoast, that the Great Bay Student Center is named in his honor. You'll see he has a smile on his face, but if you've not met Paul, I will tell you beyond that smile is a real drive. And so I want you to look at that picture and realize that not only is this your best advocate, but he's also the best nudge, like keep going, keep coming, keep succeeding. So we presented him this morning. There were also some other awards that we announced this morning, and I'm going to go through them for a moment. We've awarded at an earlier ceremony the Chancellor's Awards of 2018. One is for service excellence, and that one was presented to Kathy Totten. Some of you may know her from the Business Training Center. The second one was presented for teaching excellence, and that went to Lori Murray, one of our nursing faculty. And there also was an award for the Outstanding Adjunct Faculty, and that was presented to Dr. Leslie Adams. And finally, there was a President's Award for Special Contributions, and that was presented to Mike McNeil, who's actually up in the back running the show. The first day that I came to Great Bay, someone showed me a picture of Mike, and he was wearing Miss New Hampshire's crown. So when we gave him his award, we got him a crown that was more his size. So if you see a man walking around the building with a crown, it's Mike McNeil. All right, so there are more awards, and these awards were to students. So I'm going to reintroduce Lisa McCurley, our interim vice president of academic affairs, and she's going to announce the recipient names for the 2018 Academic Department Awards. Lisa?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. The Academic Department Awards, these students are hereby recognized for outstanding achievement in these degree programs. Nursing, Mark Kramer, please stand. Surgical Technology, Lynn Keefe. You guys can stand up, you know. We want to recognize you. In Veterinary Technology, Nicole Findley. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lisa. So now we're going to proceed to our commencement speaker. Will Arvello has been president of Great Bay Community College for 11 years, and then the state snapped him up on us, and he became the director of economic development. But I feel so strongly that you are his graduating class that I asked him to come back and to speak to all of you. And he has, from what we heard this morning, some wonderful words of wisdom for you. Dr. Will Arvello.
It's kind of hot in here. That's better. Whew. I was overdressed. First of all, good afternoon and congratulations to you. It's great to be back here as my last graduation at the college. Thank you, President Susan Hewitt, for inviting me. She approached me one day and said, "You're going to be the speaker at the graduation." And it was not a question. It was a statement, and I said, "Okay, Susan." Susan is probably small of stature, but when she speaks, you listen to her. A lot of passion and a lot of power there. Sharon represents the Community College System Board, and Sharon, to your comments about the Community College System Board making sure that the colleges, particularly Great Bay Community College, is doing its job, I want you to rest assured that we do an excellent job. And primarily, not only because we have excellent students like you, but because we have an excellent faculty and we have an excellent staff. And I am so proud of those folks for the work they do every day for the students, both in the classroom and behind the scenes, but also what they do in the community. So I'm going to try to keep my speech to about 5 minutes because Mike Fisher told me all week, he says, "You got to keep your speech short." And then after this morning's ceremony, he came up to me, he says, "It's 7.5 minutes, you got to cut it to 5. So, dear graduates, I am happy to be back here to share this moment with you. I confess that I missed the college. After all, I oversaw the design and construction down to the wall colors. Those of you, and I think all of you are familiar with this, those of you who are familiar with the neon pink wall going down to the veterinary lab can blame me, okay? It is especially welcoming at 7:30 in the morning before you've had your first cup of coffee, when you still have toothpicks keeping your eyelids open. I miss everything about this place, my connections to faculty and staff, how we have become an innovative campus with excellent programs. Again, thanks to our faculty and to our staff for that. How we have become, how we have made connections to industry. I have developed good friendships over those 11 years that I was here. Mostly, though, I miss my connections to the students, to you. The conversations I had with students over the 11 years gave me energy and passion to do a difficult but great job. I miss watching the transformation that takes place every semester as new students enter our doors, moving towards a new you, to the unknown you. You are all wonders to behold, your energy bottled, contained, becoming more directed toward a point in the now and the later, where your lives continue to change and transform your dreams, and your dreams evolve. How will you change yourself, your world? How will you evolve? That is the mystery, the wonder. But time does fly. Time does fly, and it cannot be contained. So love, live, cry, get angry, yell, jump, embrace, communicate, be happy, be sad, laugh a lot, be empathetic, turn a cheek, give a cheek, analyze, reflect, observe, take a moment, hold back, go forward, think before acting, act before thinking, cherish, explore, nurture, encourage, take risks, put yourself in somebody else's shoes, love, love, live, time flies, fleeting. Touch your spirit, your effervescence, feel your lightness of being, shed your heaviness. Go forth and change your world, change the world. Change our wonderful New Hampshire, make it better for you and for us. Go forth and be wonders in lightness of being. Like all generations of Americans, you are faced with serious challenges. You must play your part to mitigate or eradicate hunger and poverty, homelessness, human enslavement, addiction and mental health issues, discrimination and assault against women and people of color. We must do our part to be more tolerant and a welcoming society. America has always gained strength from that. Let us not fear difference, but embrace it. It will enrich us as it always has. That is the contradiction when you think about it. We have always feared difference, yet it is always what has made us strong. In your lifetime, you will have to solve all kinds of challenges, but the solutions are there if you put your mind to it. In your lifetime, you will have to solve the environmental crisis that looms over us. For your children and your grandchildren, for nobody else, do it. And for all living things, we have to safeguard and protect this, our earth, like it is your own one and only home. Finally, I would be remiss in my duties as speaker and in my role as Director of Economic Development for the state of New Hampshire. I ask you to stay, work, and play here in this wonderful place we call home, New Hampshire. It is a great state with so much going for it. It is always ranked among the top states in the nation. Where else can you say we have a place with mountains and ocean, lakes, natural beauty, with wonderful communities to raise families, in proximity to art and culture, camping, hiking, fishing, mountain biking, and so much more. In proximity to cities that are thriving like Portsmouth and Manchester and Concord, with companies that are moving here or expanding, companies like Lonza Biologics, the Portsmouth Shipyard, we know that they're Maine, but we call it the Portsmouth Shipyard, Hitchner, and so many new projects like ARMI, the Advanced Regenerative Manufacturing Institute in Manchester. This is a project that has the potential of creating a new industry in New Hampshire, the first of its kind. It's about how do we regenerate organs for human beings. And that is taking place here. It's really exciting. And let's not forget our small communities of businesses that make up 90% of all businesses in New Hampshire. They are the engines of innovation that make up the New Hampshire economy and keep us so diverse and so strong. All those people that come to visit New Hampshire every year to enjoy our seashore, our lakes, our mountains, our culture, come for a reason. They know that we're a great state. So let's convince them, if you run into some of these visitors, some of these tourists, tell them to come and stay here, to come and work, to come and raise families. How many of you live in Maine or Massachusetts? A few of you, okay. Well, do you know that in New Hampshire we have no income tax and no sales tax? You need to move here. And not only for that, but we have right now 16,000 job postings in the state of New Hampshire, across the board, but particularly in healthcare. Healthcare is the biggest growth area for the economy in New Hampshire. So all of you who are nurses and surgical techs and vet techs and massage therapists and so forth, you guys The world is your oyster. I mean, you may end up getting 3, 4, 5 job offers before you decide where you're going to end up. But stay in New Hampshire. This is the place for you because we are a great state. If you can't find a job, I want you to call me. Seriously. My number is 271-0258. And there is no reason why you can't have an excellent job here. So again, congratulations. I'm really happy to be spending this moment with you. Go forth and conquer. Thank you. They already gave me this morning, by the way. I thought I was going to get something different.
No, and I took it back. You know, you deserve the entire full effect, right? So, in all seriousness, Will, thank you. Thank you for being the commencement speaker. A commencement student speaker is expected to embody attributes that include leadership, civic and community engagement, and engage in intellectual development through a process of inquiry and discovery. A student speaker models these attributes through academic excellence and uses this honor to celebrate the accomplishments of their fellow graduates. At this time, please allow me to introduce Jessica Del Vecchio. A 2018 Great Bay graduate and this afternoon's commencement student speaker. Jessica.
Thank you. Hopefully you guys can see me. I know I'm really short. So good afternoon. I want to welcome and thank the faculty, staff, family, friends, our esteemed guests, and most importantly, the people of the hour, the graduates, for being here today. My name is Jessica Del Vecchio, and I'm extremely honored to have been chosen to talk your ear off here today. Don't worry, they've only given me about an 8-minute window, so this shouldn't be too painful. I know you're all getting ready and kind of antsy to finally walk across the stage and get your expensive piece of paper and then finally go celebrate. So, Lord, I hope Portsmouth is ready tonight. When I was first asked to write this commencement speech, my initial thought was, oh, heck yeah, I was the chosen one, cool. However, after actually sitting down and trying to write this whopper of an assignment, I quickly realized that coming up with an enchanting, motivational, witty, and memorable speech would easily be the toughest assignment I've ever had throughout my nursing education. And I just finished doing 2 years worth of care plans, so. To help put things in perspective for those of you that are not in the nursing program, this was the kind of job that not even a few glasses of wine could help. So without further ado, let's see if I bomb my final college assignment or not, shall we? I'd like you all to go ahead and just settle in and get comfortable. I have a favor to ask of you. So bear with me, this exercise may seem a little too zen for some of you, but yoga helped me keep my sanity through nursing school, so I promise there is a point to it. I'd like you all to go ahead and close your eyes. Family, faculty, graduates, everybody go ahead and close your eyes, and no peeking. And as you keep them closed, I want you all to think back to one of the hardest, most difficult moments of your life. A moment where you truly wondered how the heck you were ever going to survive, get out of, start over, or overcome that moment. I want you to reconnect with the feelings that you had at that time. Perhaps it was feelings of fear, self-doubt, sadness, uncertainty, inadequacy, hopelessness, Whatever those feelings were, I want you to really connect with them. And now, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes and blink a little bit. I know it's bright in here. But look around to the people sitting next to you and take in the entire room for a moment. And let yourself soak in where you are in this present moment. My guess would be that the you that you thought you were in that difficult moment would never have pictured being the you sitting here at this very moment right now. So with that being said, I want to share one of my more difficult moments with you. So in 2008, 10 years ago, I graduated from high school, and just like today, I felt like I had a world of possibilities waiting for me as soon as I walked outside those doors. Like many of you, I did attend a four-year university right after high school, and I couldn't wait to go to college and begin the process of becoming a critical care nurse, something that I've always wanted, that's always been a lifelong dream of mine. I was a great student in high school. I participated in sports. I did drama and chorus. I was a class officer. I made prom court. Everything about high school came naturally and was easy for me, and actually I had a lot of fun. So fast forward to my first 2 years of college, and things got a little bit more challenging. I was working full-time as a waitress to help put myself through school, which I was also attending full-time. And suddenly, time management and grades became harder to manage. Despite this, I still pushed through because my ultimate goal and dream was to earn the initials RN after my name. However, life, as it always does, had other plans. My nursing education was halted, and when I was waitlisted 2 semesters in a row. When you want something so badly it almost hurts, it can be the biggest blow to your ego, that when, despite your best efforts, you still can't obtain it. I wound up leaving college feeling defeated, disappointed in myself, and in all honesty, a little lost. I had never imagined doing anything else but nursing, so what was I supposed to do now? For once in my life, something did not come easily to me, and I felt like a failure for it. So fast forward 6 years, and I found myself in the admissions office of Great Bay Community College discussing a business degree with one of the academic advisors. At the time, I found myself in a great sales job working for a manufacturing company, and I was actually doing pretty well for myself. It wasn't at all what I imagined doing, and it didn't necessarily make me happy, but it paid the bills. And unfortunately, though, I had hit the ceiling at my current job, and I needed a degree to further advance with the company, so a standard business degree was going to fit the bill. During the appointment, the admissions advisor went over my transcripts to see what would possibly transfer for me. She couldn't help but notice how odd it was that for somebody coming to obtain a business degree, I had an awful lot of science courses completed. So she asked for an explanation, to which I embarrassingly told her. And she sat there a moment and she asked the simple question, "Do you still want to become a nurse?" Part of me was screaming yes, while another part of me thought, well, what's the point? I had already tried it 2 times before, and perhaps it just wasn't meant to be. She heard me out and instead encouraged me to apply for both programs. She said it couldn't hurt to try and that I was right. Whatever is meant to be will be. When I left that meeting, I had no idea how much of an impact that advisor just made. In a brief half-hour appointment, she single-handedly altered my life's course because a few short months later, I received my nursing acceptance letter in the mail. So shout out to Carrie Ann Walker in admissions. I don't know if she's here or not, but shout out to her. I want to personally thank her for taking the time to recognize a transcript that just didn't add up, and for encouraging me to continue to pursue a long-standing dream of mine, because you clearly believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. The difference between my first college experience and this one was here at Great Bay, I wasn't just another number. I was Jessica Del Vecchio. Each and every one of my instructors especially made it a point to know me by name, recognize my face, and continually check in on how I was doing both academically and personally. They celebrated my successes with me, and they mentored me through my failings. The support here was so overwhelming, how could I not succeed this time around? The other wonderful thing about Great Bay also is that it's a non-traditional school. So you have students here that are fresh out of high school, barely 18, learning alongside a mother of 3 over the age of 55 who's here for a career change. In essence, no dream is too big for Great Bay. I consider myself extremely fortunate to have been exposed to the student diversity here, where I met so many brilliant people, all bringing their own life experiences, backgrounds, and opinions to the table, my classmates especially. So between the faculty, staff, and my peers, it truly took a village, along with literal blood, sweat, and tears, for me to finally, 10 years later, earn this 2-year degree. And I have the culture of Great Bay to thank for that. I share this story with you because each and every one of us has endured challenges, whether they be financial struggles, personal losses, heartache, disappointments, or failures. Each of us has entertained the idea of just throwing in the towel and giving up and quitting. We all have had moments of immense self-doubt and feeling like we're not good enough or we're unworthy of the things that we want in life. But, and I cannot stress this enough, let your life experiences shape you. Do not let them define you. None of us would be where we are today if it weren't for the culmination of events, both positive and negative, that led us here today. And the reason we are all here is because we chose to not stay on the ground when we were knocked down, and instead we chose to stand up, brush off the dust, and keep trudging forward. So as you leave here today, you'll be closing this chapter, but beginning and moving on to the new one. Some of you will be continuing down your current paths, while others of you will be forging new ones. What that chapter looks like will be different for each of us. But the takeaway point is this: you and you alone are in charge of your own narrative. I hope you continually remind yourself of the struggles you've endured and how they never defeated you, but instead only helped to mold and shape you into the person that you are today. I hope you are unapologetically proud of your struggles, because believe it or not, life is not going to stop challenging you once you walk out those doors today. Instead, I hope you reflect on how far you've come, what you've accomplished here, and how proud of yourselves that you should be, and use that to fuel the new dreams that you have now, that exciting opportunities now await you. The sky is only as limiting as you choose to make it. So, ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish now? What kind of life do you want to build now? And who do you desire to become now? Whatever the answers to those questions are, I hope you go forward today and fiercely pursue them. Never give up, never settle, and never stop striving for more. And if anyone ever tries to tell you that your dreams are silly, remember that there's a millionaire out there walking around who invented the pool noodle. So, congratulations, class of 2018.
All right, we've gotten to that part that you've been waiting for a couple minutes now. Vice President McCurley.
Okay, exciting. Will today's graduates please rise? President Heward, I present to you the students of the class of 2018 who have fulfilled the requirements for a degree or certificate.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the State of New Hampshire and the laws of the State of New Hampshire, I have the honor to present the appropriate degree to those candidates who have met the requirements of their respective curriculum with all of the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. You may be seated.
Will degree and certificate candidates please come forward as your name is called?
following are candidates for the Certificate in Massage Therapy. Megan Blair. Bob Curtis. Valerie Sikora. The following are candidates for the Certificate in Medical Office Administrative Assistant. Mary L. Frenald. Jaquata Inez Leyland. Teresa Rubin. The following are candidates for the Associate in Science in Nursing. Beth Ann Bison. Erin Page Brennan. Michelle Lynn Buckley. Lauren Marguerite Caruso. Mary Cook. Jennifer L. Cormier. Taylor Dang. Jessica L. Del Vecchio. Catherine Rose Fillion. Denise Patterson Fitzgerald. Lauren Nicole Fournier. Edward J. Gunzelman III. Jessica E. Hodgson. Mark S. Kramer, Jr. Samantha Jo Larrabee. Jenneray L. Mansfield. Amanda Nato. Stephanie Ann Marie Knopfs. Nitnoy Panthavon. Kayla Marie Porter. Jessica Lynn Price. Robin Lynn Romano. Stephanie Ann Ryan. Katrina Jean Sheehan. Paige L. Smith. Casey Ann Swiston. Colleen Uraskovich. Stacy Walker. Whitney Lee Walker. Belinda R. Williams. The following are candidates for the Associate in Science in Surgical Technology. Vanessa Barabi. Coelho. Haley Coelho. Erica Haley Dosharm. Brianna Owens. Madison Schoenbucher. Dakota Votako. I'm not getting these right. The following are candidates for the Associate in Science in Veterinary Technology. Nicole Atkins. Natasha Borden. Amanda K. Dame. Nicole Jordan Finley. Caitlin Taylor Gibbons. Monica A. Laidley. Daisy Lyford. Ashley K. Melanson. Yeah. Caitlin Marie Montgomery. Sarah Monroe. Marissa Jean Palomasano. Erin Kathleen Porter. Nicole Prevey. Danielle Louise Robillard. Jessica Lynn Smith. Victoria Sullivan. Taylor K. Weston. Jordan Renee Williams.
I like the presidential pearls, very nice. Okay, Vice President McCurley, yet another job for you.
All right, this is the best part. Will our graduates please rise? Please move your tassel from right to left. Turn around. Turn around, say hello to everybody. Honored guests, family and friends, I present to you the class of 2018.
Could you sit down again for a moment, please? Okay, great. And Reverend Dr. Frainer, would you offer a benediction, please?
Just 2 more minutes of your time. The Palestinian-American poet Naomi Shihab Nye wrote this poem entitled simply, Kindness. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go so you can know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop, the passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak with it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore, only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to gaze at bread, only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you are looking for," and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend. Graduates, you are now officially graduates of Great Bay Community College class of 2018. We applaud, and as we just have done, and commend you on your achievements. As you go forward from these moments, may you know and feel how deeply and how fully we all, each of us, all of us, celebrate your success. As we say in my family, you done good. The poet reminds us that to be human is to face challenges. Indeed, in a way, to embrace those challenges, to know that overcoming obstacles is in effect hardwired in human being. As you process into the next phase of your journey through life and learning, may you do so grounded in humility, with an optimistic spirit, a good sense of humor, a compassionate heart, and may yours be the soul of kindness. Blessed be. Amen.
I declare the 2018 commencement ceremony has now concluded. The platform committee will leave first, followed by faculty and staff, and then our incredible graduates. Thank you, everybody.